South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol is in the United Kingdom for a three-day visit. That's where he's set to elevate bilateral relations to a global strategic partnership. Now, both countries will be adopting the Downing Street Accord that will deepen cooperation in major fields, including cybersecurity and defense. The accord will stress the two nations' common stance on North Korea's nuclear threats, among other issues on the Korean peninsula. Mr. Yoon is set to address the British Parliament later today before holding talks with Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. That's tomorrow. And for more, Ollie Barrett joins us. He's live for us in London. Ollie, the full red carpet treatment for President Yoon during his visit to the UK, but he is also set to discuss various other issues during these 3 days. What can we expect from this trip?
That's right, Dawn. Very much the red carpet being rolled out for the president. All of the ceremonial welcomes that you would expect as part of a state visit to the UK. There will be a state banquet hosted by the King and Queen, inspection of troops together, that joint, that address to parliamentarians in Westminster too, and then talks with Rishi Sunak, the UK Prime Minister, later in the week. And a number of issues are up for discussion as part of this Downing Street Accord. A lot of that is related to security and defence, but also trade talks are going to be getting underway. Negotiations on an upgraded trading arrangement between the UK and South Korea. When Britain left the European Union, effectively, the deal that the UK had with South Korea via its membership of the European Union was really just replicated, almost copy and pasted into a new trading arrangement. And the UK and South Korea now want to improve that trade deal and look at things like tariffs in a number of areas. So there really is a wide-ranging set of discussions that will be going on here in the UK over the next few days, as I say, in addition to all of the pomp and ceremony that you would expect from a UK state visit. And from a UK perspective, this partly reflects the ongoing tilt from the UK government strategically towards the Indo-Pacific region. We've seen that those talks concluded to see Britain become a member of the CPTPP trade deal. And this just another step in the UK's strategic attempts to, as I say, tilt its foreign policy with regards to security, defence and trade and economy and business towards the Asia-Pacific region.
A part of that tilt, as you say, Ollie, is a defence agreement is also on the cards. Britain and South Korea, they're set to enforce sanctions too against North Korea. What else do we know about that?
Yeah, this is being described as a very significant agreement between the UK and South Korea. And one of the major areas of focus for it is enforcing international sanctions, UN sanctions against North Korea's weapons program. And the way that the UK and South Korea plan to do that together is via joint sea patrols. And those joint sea patrols between the British and the South Korean Navy would be designed to disrupt smuggling in the region, which can be used by North Korea, according to British officials, to try and get round some of those international sanctions on North Korea's weapons program. So that joint sea patrol element to all of this is going to be critical when it comes to further enhanced cooperation between the British military and the South Korean military. That is something that's been welcomed, hailed by the new UK Foreign Secretary, David Cameron, who's, of course, a former UK Prime Minister, also hailed today by Grant Shapps, the UK Defence Secretary, in a statement. Both of those men pointing to what they say are increasing and improving military cooperation ties between Seoul and London, a major part of this trip.
Ollie, thank you for that. Ollie Barrett there in London.